Welcome to another edition of Stephen Follows Instructions. As you can see, I've reorganized my office. Maybe the lighting isn't the best, but it's nice and bright in here, and I can look out the window. So can you, actually, but not very well. And it's a new year, so how about that? What we're up to today is building a REST API with Node.js, Express, and MySQL. These instructions were created by a site called LogRocket, which I don't know about. Haven't read the instructions at all. Might have to give up in this project. You know, the usual for Stephen Follows Instructions. So we'll have a little fun. So here's the setup. I have a thing called Grasshopper. Grasshopper looks like this. And I also created a little bookmarklet for it called GHub, Grasshopper Hub, right? Based on something called Hubit. And what this does is it basically allows me to use the bookmarklet to add content to my database and therefore my newsletter and my website. So it works kind of like this. I just click on it, and it does a little research, tries to download the page and analyze it, and so it tries to find the author, the feed, the URL, the title, the description. It searches for images. All of this is great, so I'll just do that just to trim the title. A lot of websites put the website name in the title, and to me that's a bit redundant. Maybe one day I'll write a script to fix that. It also tries to find an image, so there's the image, and I like actually using the image that's located in the image tag better than the image that's actually on the website, because on the website it's almost always a WebP. So I'll try to upload that image. Might work, might not work. So here we go, and that did work. So there's the preview. Oh, it didn't work. Yeah, it's probably still a WebP with a .jpeg extension. So pretty annoying. Anyhow, that's the sorts of glitches that I have with this, and then I can publish it right from the same thing, preview it, upload another file. So I'll just remove this one. And I'll try to, never mind, I won't try to do the whole thing here. Right, analyze, whatever, right? So it's an application in a bookmarklet. Pretty pleased with it. But the way this works is it uses JavaScript, and specifically the fetch command in JavaScript, to send a post request with information about the website to my server. My server runs in Perl. Perl does not analyze the body of a post request for UTF-8. And it doesn't even analyze the regular content for UTF-8 unless you do some specific things. You have to decode the JSON as it comes in. So really, really awkward, and I spent some time over the holidays trying to fix this. Can't fix it in Perl. I mean, there might be workarounds and hacks. I found a few suggestions, but really, Perl wasn't designed to do this. Just wasn't. So I thought, well, okay, let's try to build a little thing with Node and Express to do the same thing, and then pop the content into my actual Grasshopper database. That's what I'm going to do. So, some preliminaries. Following this tutorial, you'd normally probably install a database somewhere. I already have a database installed for Grasshopper. I can access it through the I just gotta use my password manager to get in here. Okay, so I can access it through cPanel in the Reclaim hosting area. There it is. And we'll be able to see my database in action down there somewhere. So And of course, it has a user ID and a password, which I will work hard to protect during this video. But the main thing is, I have this already on a website. So what that means is I already have a website. And in fact, I can access that website directly using SSL or SSH, whatever, right here. And there's the PHP myadmin for my database, the Grasshopper database, which I might go into if I need to. Here's the SSH access, and if I click on this, it'll open a terminal for me. No, it won't. It's just the SSH keys. If I want to use a separate application, I always do this wrong. Terminal. There we go. Here's my terminal. Here I am. Right, so, and we can see all of my websites there. Can I make this text bigger, perhaps? It doesn't seem to be. Oh, there we go. That's pretty good, eh? We'll sort of be able to see that. Okay, so it's a bit tricky. Let's hide my email so that I'm not giving you email. So no, I'll maximize this so that the entire video is taken up with this, except I may have to move my my face a bit. But for now, we're good. So, and so my website is here. It's in fact in, where is it? It's in one of these directories. Connect, change, ethics, CCKOS, languages, logs, ghost, grasshopper. Where is it? Let's try that again. There we go. Covered it over there on the side is what I did. So it's going to be in here somewhere. Ghost, grasshopper, www. There it is. Okay. So, and then the database is somewhere else on the server. We don't really care where it is. We just need to know it'll be localhost, because I'm going to do the node stuff right here in this environment that I already have. Now, what is this environment? Let's check and find out. What is my Linux environment? So, how do I find what? Better yet, what version of Linux am I using? I don't remember these commands. The command uname are okay. So that should tell me what version I'm using. Let's come back here. I hate when it does that. See, I copy it, but then it doesn't always register as copied. You've seen me have this problem on numerous occasions in previous videos. And I don't know what it is. Okay. Alright, so that doesn't tell me much at all. Whatever it is, it's 3.10.0. Okay. You can also, okay, Linux distribution. Oh, here we go. Control C. Now I am hitting it. Okay, there we go. Let's try that. I am hitting Control C to copy that. Ah, man. There we go. And that doesn't work either. Well, I'm using some kind of command. Some kind of Linux. I know that. I just don't know. Let's try cat etc issue. Okay. see anything. Oh, the links is on here. That's kind of cool. Not found. I really don't. Uname-A. There we go. Let's try that. Oops, keep going down there. Ta-da! Except this doesn't help me. New Linux. That's all it says. So I don't know what it is. It's something. Oh, and you can't even see the results of these with my face there. Let's fix that a little bit. So we're off to another lovely start in Stephen follows instructions. Okay, why can't I figure out what Linux I have? I don't know. It's like it's the Linux I get on Reclaim Hosting, whatever it is. Proc version file. Cat proc version. Bothers me now. There we go. Took long enough. Red Hat. So it's probably Red Hat Enterprise. So it's Red Hat. Okay. There we go. Whatever that means. It's pretty much meaningless for us, but that's okay. Okay, now let's just check here. I'm just going to make sure. Okay, I've got 0 viewers, probably just as well. Should be recording audio. I did test it before I started, so none of those silent videos as I'm sometimes prone to release. All right. Okay, so let's come back to what we were doing. So anyhow, what was my starting URL or starting file? Oh, come on, stupid thing. Is it user? Let's just exit and we'll go in again. Reconnect. Okay, so we're reconnected. And it's annoying because it's hard to show you the whole thing. Okay. And we should be, there we go, home down to CA. And then all my stuff is here. www is where my website is. And somewhere out there is my database, MySQL. Okay, so that's where we're at now. So we spent, I don't know, 5 minutes just trying to figure out what we're doing. Okay. So let's go to where we were. Okay. So it was updated 1st of February 2022. Let's just close the email so we're not bothered by these notifications through the whole video. All right. Generally Node is used with Mongo. True. But a lot of people might want to do what I'm doing, which is to use it with MySQL. So, to follow along with this article, you should have the following. Understanding of how MySQL and relational databases work in general. Yep. Basic knowledge of Node.js and Express.js. Yep, we did a video on that a while back. It's one of the earlier videos in this series. Understanding of what REST is. Yep. Understanding of CRUD, create, read, update, delete, and how it relates to the HTTP methods, get, post, put, and delete. Yep. And I'll explain these as we go along if this comes up. Okay. The code in this tutorial was performed on a Mac with Node 14 LTS installed. If you want, you can try to use Node.js, Docker, and Docker Compose. We're not going to do that. You can also access the full code at the GitHub repository. So, okay, so we're going to get some stuff on what is MySQL, and then you can actually register on DB for free. Okay, this is just for test, I'm sure. Here's PHP MyAdmin, which we saw in cPanel above, and I might actually open a separate window into that, and then create the programming languages table. So now we have an empty database. Let's add, okay, we are going to create that. So let's go in, and I'll just open another window into Reclaim. There we go. And cPanel, downs.ca. Alrighty, and we'll scroll down. Oops, too far down, I think. PHP MyAdmin. System will direct me, and the database I'm using for the Downs website, I believe, is just Downs. Downs.ca Downs. There it is. So there we go. Here's the SQL that we can execute on this. So let's run this SQL. Take a look at it and see what it's doing. So it's going to build a table called programming languages. So ID, and see UTF-8, notice MB4, don't know what that means. Similarly with the collation, UTF-8, MB4. Don't know what MB4 is. Maybe I'll do a quick check on that. Yeah, I know. I love the Wednesday dance. What can I say? MB4, MB5. Okay. UTF-8. Okay. This always wants me to do the cookies. Alright, so UTF-8 is variable length encoding. Okay. MySQL's encoding is called UTF-8 or UTF-8 MB3. Only stores a maximum of 3 code bytes, or 3 bytes per code point. So we set it to UTF-8 MB3. So we set it to MB4 so it can encode all 4 bytes, and that gives me the 4 bytes I need to do things like Chinese and emoticons, which I do want. So, okay, we'll do that. See, just check these things out. You never know. All right, let's come back to our instructions. So, and the name will have to be unique. Primary key is ID, good enough. So let's copy this to create the table. Copy, and then we'll go into cPanel and we'll paste it in. And then we'll run it. Go. And it should work. No. Create tables, no database selected. Oh. Okay. Loading. There we go. That should work now. Okay, and let's see if it's in there. There it is. So there's our empty table, and that's what we'll be testing on. Very good. Okay, so now we've done that. We've created a table called programming languages, and we have 3 columns to input the rank. All right, source from these various places. Okay, add demo rows for programming languages. Okay, so we're going to add some content into this, no problem. Copy, and we'll come back up here. Again, click on SQL to execute an SQL command. So just erase the previous command, and now we'll go. And this should insert our data into, 16 rows inserted. And here they are. We can see all these different programming languages. Interesting. Perl is not among them. Yeah, that's the story about Perl. It's just not listed. It's not supported the way it used to be, etc. It makes me sad. I actually thought about, maybe I should go with PHP or Python or something like that. Considered Rust, seriously. But, I know quite a bit of JavaScript. And I've done work in JavaScript before, so I might as well go with what I know, right? Okay. So, there's what we just saw. Okay, setting up Express.js for our REST API. Okay, now remember above they said that Node was already installed. I wonder if I have Node installed on this puppy. I may, because I might have done it before. So let's just try typing it and we'll see what happens. Node not found. Okay. Right, so maybe I don't have Node installed. Don't know if I should be allowed to, but okay. So let's come back to the instructions here, where they said what they're using. It's up above here somewhere. Right, with Node 14 LTS. So I don't know what that is precisely. If you want, you can try to use Node.js, Docker, and Docker Compose. Let's just check and see what Node 14 LTS is. I don't know if it'll make a difference or not. So, okay, Node 14 is a JavaScript runtime built on Chrome's V8 JavaScript engine. So, okay. Let's see. Install Node.js on a Red Hat Linux server. Red Hat Enterprise. I don't know if this is 8 or not. Can't really tell. But probably close enough. July 2019. It's not going to be far off. Okay. You need to install development tools. I may have these already, but okay. Let's try this. I might not be allowed to do it. DNF command not found. I might not be. Okay, let's do it differently. I have cPanel here. Find functions quickly. Let's try to find Node. No. That's not a good sign. Software, modules, maybe gems. Okay. This might be trickier than I thought. Okay. DNF. Well, I don't have DNF at all. And all of this is DNF, whatever that is. So, well, that's pretty useless. That's more than useless. And DNF probably still not found. And RPM. No. And Young. No. I don't know if I can install anything on here. Okay. Maybe there's another way to do it. There we go. And still this DNF stuff, eh? Oh, wait. Sudo yum install. Yeah. It's this DNF stuff again. Well, why is this so complicated? It wasn't so complicated on my desktop. Let's just go to Node.js. Right, so it's download for Windows. This is super easy to do, to download it for Windows. Seems to be not so super easy to do with other environments. Okay. And it's not supported. It's not supported here, is my big problem. Is there a search generally? Yeah, let's try it here. Nothing. Nope. Okay, restarting a node. Just looking for node. Right, it's too bad. Let's try Node.js as a search term. Okay. Going forward, all advanced applications like Ruby, Python, Node.js should be managed in Reclaim Cloud or hosted elsewhere. So that's my problem, all right? I can't do it where my existing website is. So, okay. So let's instead then do a Reclaim Cloud thing. So, all right, we'll do that. Not what I wanted to do because I don't know if I'll have phpMyAdmin or PHP on it, but let's see what I can get on a Reclaim Cloud. So reclaim, I don't have it there, so reclaim.cloud, and let's try to spell it correctly. Okay, log in, and we'll log in. I already have an account with Reclaim Cloud, so booyah. Okay, so let's go to, see, I only have one cloud running at the moment. I don't know, I have several. Yeah, I got a whole bunch. That's why it keeps costing me money. Let's go into the marketplace and see if we have anything here. Oh, they got Mastodon in there now. How about that? So I'm looking for Node.js. Node. Oh, come on, guys. Okay, close. Let's try. We'll just try to create a new environment. Oh, it's got to be a container, eh? Import. Oh, we could just try to create a plain ordinary. No. Let's try searching for a solution here. Node.js on Reclaim Cloud. Okay, creating new environments. Okay. All right, I get it. Okay, so let's create a new environment. Application server. Node.js. Okay, what version did he say he had? He said he had well, I'll go with the latest version in any case. I don't know why he would do it on a Mac. Node 14 LTS. But I'm going to use the latest version. Okay, so Node, I'll use 16.19. Probably shouldn't, but I'm gonna. This might break it, who knows. And I'm also gonna have a MySQL database. I might as well attach it to it. And again, we'll use the most recent. Okay. And we might as well put a load balancer on there. Nginx. Okay. And we'll create this. And it's going to take a few minutes to start up. There it is. It's creating ENV2044137. It'll send me some email when this is created. So what I would have to do to migrate Grasshopper over is actually migrate the entire database contents from where they are to this cloud environment. That's something, quite frankly, that makes me nervous. So we're still waiting for this to create. And I think there will be, as if my recollection is correct, I think there will be instructions for accessing the database using phpMyAdmin. We'll see when this fires up, which won't be long now. And I don't think I can rename it while it's creating, can I? No. So we'll just wait. And again, it's not a long process to create. Hello. It's not exactly riveting video either. So and we'll be able to test. We'll be able to test whether we can access it. The load balancer should by default already be connected in this, in this environment builder system. Should already be connected to the node. Okay, here we go. It's done. So Nginx, node, and MySQL. So let me rename this so I know where it is. Node and node plus MySQL. Okay. All right. So, and here's the database. Open a browser, start config. Direct SSH access, redeploy, web SSH. If nothing else, I can get into it that way. Let's try config. No, that's not going to help me. All right, well, let's see if we have a phpMyAdmin. I'll check my email, which I closed earlier. Remember that. So I'll have to launch it again. And I should have some emails from Reclaim right at the top. Here we go. MariaDB, phpMyAdmin, there it is. So we're going to go to it. Oh, and it's going to require a username and a password, which should also be in here. You log in root, password, this string. So since you can see it, I'll have to remember either to kill this after or change the password. Okay, so where was I? There we go. Username root, password, paste, log in. Root. Okay, well that was definitely not. That was way more characters than what it said in the email. Control C, and you can connect directly using the data below, which we can also use later. Okay, let's go try this again. That looks better. There we go. All right, so phpMyAdmin, just like before. So let's run those commands. So let's we'll have to create a new database. See, I think he skipped right over that step, didn't he? Let's come back here. All right. Oh, maybe he didn't. I don't know. So register. Okay. Now we have an empty database. Oh, I see, by choosing your database name and your username. Okay, so here's a bit of a plug for dbforfree.net. We're actually going to have to create a database. It's done automatically by that system. I'm just going to close this because we're not using it anymore. All right, so let's call this, call it node. We'll just call it NodeDB. Yeah, good enough. Okay, UTF. Now, see, here's how it's useful. We know that we want UTF MB4. You see there's all kinds of subversions of it. So we'll just pick the UTF MB4 bin. Let's see if that's what he did here. Okay, so UTF MB4 just says UTF MB4 general CI. I don't think I have a general CI. I'll just come back and check on that. Oh, maybe we do. Yeah, general CI. Good. There we go. That's what we're using. Create. Okay. This should also be. I don't know why some of these are. Oh, I see. These are other databases. Okay. That already exist on the system. But that's not what we want to use. So we'll create this database. Processing request. Okay, so it's been created. There it is. We're in it now. So we'll create the table just like before. We're almost caught up to where we were. Copy. Now we'll create the table. So there's the command to create the table, UTF MB4, and go. And now we'll add the contents, the test contents, just like we did before. So we'll just paste that in, again, as SQL here. So much easier just to paste in some SQL than to try to define all of this manually. All right. So, okay, now let's keep going. Rows inserted. All right, setting up Express for our REST API. So let's go into our Node application. So here's the Node application, right? So we can access it. Open in browser. No, web SSH. I wonder what happens if I open it in the browser. Probably draw anywhere. Huh. Interesting. Not what I had in mind. So I guess that's what opens out of the box, right? Is this? So that's pretty cool, actually. It's not what I wanted. So let's open this up with SSH. We know Node works. And okay, waiting for connection. I wonder if I can pop this out. Doesn't look like it. I can make it a full window. All right, we'll do that for now. And can I make this text bigger? Environment settings. No, that's not what I want. Doesn't seem to be a way to make the text bigger. It just keeps adjusting itself. So, okay. Screen again, and yeah, that's about as good as we're gonna get for now, I guess. This is copy, paste, etc. Don't know what that is. Oh, okay, it just takes us back to here. Now we're back in here. Okay, good enough. PWD, let's see where we are. Home Gelastic. Okay. Let's see if Node is running on the system. Yep, version 16.19. All right, let's come over here then and see what's next on the list of things. Okay, so first of all, we need to create a directory for our project to reside in. Suppose that directory could be anywhere. So maybe I'll just make it where I'm sitting, because it doesn't say change your directory or anything. So don't think it should be in Gelastic, but okay. We'll do it. Okay. Oh, I need to get out of Node. Control C again. There we go. All right, let's make that directory. Okay. Now we're in that directory. See? All right. Okay, I'll just move this over a bit so we're not putting text behind the picture of me. I really wish there was a way to make this bigger. Don't like that it's so small. Tools, settings. Let's try zooming at 200. Okay, that makes that kind of hard to use now, but okay. And that did nothing here. Okay. Tools, settings. Okay, let's try this. Default font, make that bigger. I don't think I need to hit enter. Right, default zoom did nothing but make it hard for me to use this. Here we go. Get rid of that. There. Okay, so the font seems to be larger. Okay, let's try that. Media player. How weird is that? Okay. All right, let's see now what it looks like. No better. Oh, I don't know. Would have thought, but okay. Okay, what's next? Then we can create a package.json file with npm initY as follows. Now that's kind of an odd instruction. I think what he means is we use this command npm initY, and that command will create this package file. Let's try that. Maybe that'll work, maybe it won't. Didn't copy. Again, it's so annoying. Alright, npm initY. Whoops. Control C. Control V. There we go. Alright, and that's what happened. It wrote this package.json file. Alright. To install Express, we'll run npm I express. Adding it, and that'll add Express as a dependency in the package.json file. Okay, so let's try that. This is odd. There's a weird thing there. I'm just going to check that. npm install express. Okay. Just check these things, you know, it's weird and suspicious. So there we go. Now, all right. So now let's look at that package.json. And there's express in the dependencies. This can actually get pretty big over time. And this is where all the heartbreak of Node and Express, etc., comes into play. Is where when these dependencies aren't perfectly meshed with each other. But that's a bridge we'll cross later. All right. So we've installed Express, and next, we'll create a slim server in the index.js file. It will print an OK message on the main path. So let's create a slim server. So we'll create a file called index.js and then put this into it. How do we do that with the SSH? Nano, what was the name of that file? Index.js. I don't know if I have Nano installed here. I do. Okay, so now Control V. All right. Is that everything? Looks a bit different. Let's just come back and look at it. Const express. Okay, so it's ignored some of the line feeds, it looks like. Yeah. So I can go up here. I just want it to look the same because I'm like that. Whoops, what happened? No. Rats. Control X. No. Okay, let's try that again. Nano index. It was index, right? Index.js, yeah. .js. Okay. Right. Control V. Yeah. All right, I think it'll work now without messing it up. I hit escape. No, still doesn't work. It might just be a display issue. I don't know. Okay, let's get out of this again. Okay, nano index.js. Let's not try to fix it this time. Okay, and Control X. Yes. All right, let's have a look at what we created. So there it is. So it's weird, and I don't know how to edit it. It's a pain in the neck working like directly on SSH like this. So I'd want to fix that, but one thing at a time. So what's next? There are a few important things to note about the code above. For one, we'll be using the built-in Express JSON parser middleware to parse JSON. Fine. We'll also utilize the Express URL encoded to parse the URL encoded body. Fine. If port is not provided as an environment variable, our app will run on port 3000. Okay. So let's see what happens if I try to access my website. I have a feeling what I want to happen isn't what's going to happen. So let's, all right, let's, there we go. Okay, so here we go. I'll try to open this in the browser, and I'm still getting this draw anywhere, which isn't what I wanted. Source code, Node.js, drawing game, okay. I mean, it works. The load balancer connects to the node just fine. Let's configure the the load balancer. Here we go. Mount points. Exports. No. Mount points. Root. Keys. Nginx. README. Okay. So that's just stuff. Conf.d. Virtual. Listen 8000. Okay. And listen some name 8000. But all this is commented out. I don't know how to make this work. There's people who know how to do this, and they're probably going, no, stupid, you do such and such. But the instructions weren't here, right? It's supposed to just magically work, but it doesn't just magically work. All right, let's try 3000 and see what happens. Anything? Nothing. Okay. What if I removed the load balancer? Let's remove the load balancer. I think I can do that. Can I? There's nothing happening there. Let's see. Well, I'll just change it. config, restart, open in browser. Can I do this? Open in browser. Min 3000. No. Okay. Different approach, I guess. Let's go back into here. This is my application server. And because that code that's actually producing the website must be there somewhere. So it's not in home. Could it be in var? Var db admin. No, I don't see anything there. Stupid minimalist boxes. Stuff that you need isn't there. Okay. Gen core libraries. Don't need any of that stuff. Media root SRV. Where is index.js in Node.js? Use 5k. Node app. Yeah, it'll be an app somewhere. But where is that? Yeah, see, again, it's not telling me where to put it. I guess there is no specific place to put it. Okay, and that didn't help either. This is super annoying. I've got a Node application running here, and I don't know where it is. And I have another Node application running, but it doesn't work. This must be the thing that's running. Index.html. Yeah, there's the multiplayer drawing game. Da 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 da. Okay. All right. So, right. So that's just a web thing. Okay. Make a Node.js app server work through Nginx. Okay. Okay. So they're using cPanel, which I can't use, so, but that's okay. Okay, it's the Nginx reverse proxy. Okay. Remove Apache 2, 'cause that won't be an issue. UFW. Okay. All right, let's. Okay, so go now into the Nginx load balancer. So we'll SSH into that. Okay, now we'll run that command. And it needs a password. Okay, did it come in my email? Nope. How stupid is this? I mean, surely they wouldn't use the same password, but it's the only thing I can try, right? No. And I can't see it, so I don't even know if it worked. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Add-ons. Right. Restart. Config. Virtual.conf. Right. Listen, someone. Oh my goodness sakes. Alright, this is not at all as straightforward as I thought it would be. Like, if I uncommented this, and then, but see, I don't know what some name is. Is it one of these? Okay. Well, here's my conclusion. I can't make this work. All right. They're doing something very specific. Um, let's try. Okay, let's try something different. Yeah. Yeah, let's try something different. Let's kill this. Oops. I think that's my password. Yep. Good. Let's create a new environment with Node. Still 16. With SQL. And that's it. No load balancer. I mean, it's for Grasshopper. I shouldn't need a load balancer. Because, for any given Grasshopper, there's only one user, and that's me. And that's the way it should be. I mean, I don't want to be creating web services to serve the entire world. I want to create web services that serve me. So this is creating now. So, and again, we'll have to wait. It might be less time than it took before. So normally what would happen at this part in the installation process is I'd read my email, I might do a post for my newsletter, I might go across to the other side of the room and try to do something on the NRC computer. Can't do that today, nothing's working on the NRC computer. All their client service stuff is broken because they upgraded it over the holiday, so of course it doesn't work. So all I can do is sit here and wait. It's frustrating though not to know how to make this stuff work really well. Working in these cloud environments is really awkward because I don't have all the facilities that I would want for any of these containers. All right. Let's go into. Okay, now I should get some. Okay, we'll get rid of these old ones because those don't exist anymore. So delete. Okay, here's the Maria node, PHP myadmin, new password. So I'll just copy it here. Control C and go there. Root. Password, log in. Okay, so we'll make a new database. Create database, Node.db. And MV4, that's general CI. Create. And then where was it? There we go. Okay. Oh, that's not it. Here we go. Is it? No, this isn't it either. Where did my page go? Control H. Okay. So now we will make our database. This isn't it. Control H. Tutorials. can't find it. Did I close it in a fit of rage? No. Nope. Oh my goodness. Search for MySQL. Here we go. How annoying is that? All right. Well, the text is bigger. That's nice. So, all right. So we'll create our table just like before. Control C, and we'll pop it in here. SQL. And click go. And didn't like that. Well, I guess I didn't copy it all. Let's try that again. Don't like it when these boxes are smaller than the stuff you're trying to copy. Oops. Let's try that again. Create table. There. Control C. That's really annoying too. Again, still. It's probably because my text currently is defaulting to double size, right? That's the main reason for that. Okay, so there we go. Let's try that now. Okay, that looks better. Go. Yes, much better. And now we'll do the. Oh, there it is. Now we'll do the sample data. Here it is. Control C. We'll pop over to here. Control V, and there it is. We'll go. All right. Now, next, we'll go to the application server, SFTP, direct S. See, this is how I usually do it. You require an SFTP public key. Okay, so let's just pop in using web SSH. One day I'll learn how to do those stupid keys for SFTP. I sort of half know how to do it and half don't know how to do it. And it's one of these things that they just assume that you know it. And a lot of people don't know it. And I, like I say, sort of half know it. Okay. So we're going to make our directory like before. Control C. And oops. All right. So here we are, Control V. Okay, so now we're in that directory and we're going to make a file with that content. Here it is. All right, we're just going to use the npm init command to make that file, right? So do that. And there it goes. And then next, we're going to install Express. Still got that extra little character. I don't know what that is. Let's see if it was anything. No, it was nothing. Okay. So there we go. 7 packages are looking for funding. Yeah. And now we're going to put this little server in somewhere. So it's index.js. Control C. So remember, we will go into nano, Control V, Control X, and we'll save it. Yes. Index.js. All right, now that should exist. Now, do we need it to? Do we need to start it or anything? Our app will run. Okay. We can run the server. I suppose I should have read that last time with Node.js. How stupid is that? Okay. See, that's my problem. I don't read very well. Node index.js. Example is listening at localhost 3000. Let's see if it really is doing that. So it's not actually localhost here. So we'll pop open the application server in a browser. And now we'll go to port 3000. And nothing. Okay. Deploy your app. It's now available at the following link. Okay. Suppose I should read that deploy your app stuff too, eh? Okay, 3000. No, nothing. That works. But my app, which is currently running, gives me nothing. With or without the server. All right, let's read deploy your app. This is new. To me, anyways. I don't know what's happening. Don't know what this, when they say deploy your app, I don't actually know what they mean by that. Bind custom domains, share access to the environment, attach public IP. Yeah, and this just sits there and does nothing. This should be listening at 3000. And why wouldn't it be? I know if I ran this on my desktop, it actually would be listening at localhost, right? But it is not. too long to do anything. Okay. That's old. Still does nothing. Okay. Well, I don't know how to make this work. Hooks, nothing. Elastic, nothing. Keys, VCS. None of this helps me at all. Oh. Let's reclaim. Okay. Let's try. Oh, right. Let's open our browser. Okay, that does nothing. If I did HTTPS, that'll probably do nothing too. Yeah. Okay. I mean, it works. It just doesn't work for me. All right, I'm going to call it. This isn't as simple as I thought it would be. So if you've been watching this, you get to see me struggle for a little while and then do nothing successfully. So obviously, I mean, yeah, you can set up a Node application on your little Mac desktop and it'll work. But big deal, right? How's that going to help you, right? I mean, people want this stuff to work in the cloud. So what's the point of having this little instruction here just for your Mac desktop? It's stupid. So I'll see if I can't find a different way of doing this for the cloud, and maybe I'll do a bit more extensive searching before I try something. So that's it for this episode. Just frustrating. And I'm as frustrated with myself as with anything, because I should know better. And for some reason I don't. So, till next time, I'm Stephen Downs.